Thank you very much, everyone, joining us up in the bar once again. Wooden Creation sponsored head coach Matty Davies. Matty, a weekend of maybe 2000, a defeat where on the road against Swindon you maybe would have wanted more after outscoring them 5v5, but buoyed by the performance tonight.
Yeah, I mean that was coming. I think that sort of performance, and yeah, I think obviously when you look at it on the face of it, it's a tough weekend, and you can always go to Swindon and lose. I was pretty hard on the lads today after last night. Not because I don't think particularly we didn't play terrible. It was just when you sat there with 4 games and 1 point, it's time to get going. And we obviously we knew we had to win tonight, and it was the first period really good. I was really impressed with how we came out, and there was lots of good things, and there has been good things over the the 5 games, and it's just like I keep saying, it's just about us finding our full 60 minutes full potential of what we've got, and yeah, like I say, it's coming, and that a performance like that was coming, and like I say, it was nice to to see some of the lads get some goals and some confidence, which is obviously what we've lacked for a few weeks. So overall really happy with tonight, and obviously we'd have liked to win last night, of course, but yeah, here we are. We're we've got 2 points tonight, and that's all you can go off.
In terms of the first period, obviously it looked at one point like it might be Emmy, Owen and Bobby sort of running the show, the 4 goals between them. But then obviously the depth of the lines just really paid off in second 2 periods. Goals from Deck Jones, Ethan Hare, Callie Robertson, Johnny Corneal, Lee Bonner, just showing that the forward depth is there. We've been waiting to see it for a couple of weeks, but it is there.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we obviously look. It's still. I've been sort of moving things around still, trying to find the right sort of combinations. We tried something last night and it didn't work, quite evidently, and so I needed to change it again, and I think tonight it looked like there was a bit more balance. Being able to have Huey on the third is a massive plus, and the reason I wanted to sort of sign the team that I have, but not only that, it's the being able to put Ethan in the middle on the 4th. And yeah, I thought we just had too much from tonight. We sort of came at them in waves, and they really struggled for 2 periods to get anything. I think we conceded something like 13 shots in 2 periods, which is a lot better, and it's a lot more of the type of team that I wanted to have. It's a team that can be dominant and be aggressive and be too quick for teams to. They just keep turning them around and yeah, I mean, it's good because the signs, like I say, the things I've been talking about, it's coming off, and it came off tonight. So yeah, it's positive, the fact we needed to win and we got the win, and that's the biggest thing.
A couple of Bo Reader tonight was his first senior assist. Thought he was brilliant tonight. He was throwing it about with Big Jake Bolton. He absolutely loved it, and the crowd got behind him.
Yeah, Buzz, he's some boy, that kid. He's he's been brilliant. He trained with us all last year, and he's had a good summer, and he's been on the ice with us pretty much every time we've had ice, and he's learning a lot, and he's got a lot of potential, like a lot of kids from Hull we've had for through the past 4 years. But Bo's one that I think has got a real high ceiling, and I think he's someone that I'm really impressed with just how he is as a kid. He takes everything on board really well, and tonight he just goes for it, which is what you want to see. And yeah, like I said, being able to put Ethan in the middle on that 4th, it gives that stability there, and it lets someone like Bo and Deck and whoever else is there to really go and play and show what they can do.
Obviously, just everybody we could speak about on length tonight with the performance, but the other 2 players I was going to mention, you sort of briefly mentioned one there, but getting a lot of love on the gantry from me and Craig on the commentary, and from the fans online as well. The Hare brothers tonight, I thought both ends of the ice were brilliant. Obviously Ethan's had a goal and assist, Dylan's picked up a couple of points as well. They've been brilliant since they've locked up.
Yeah, I think both of them have been honestly probably the standout players for the full season for me. Just in general and what they've brought, not only on the ice but off the ice, and they're both great lads. Ethan is just relentless with his work ethic and what he wants from the lads and himself. And he's brought us something different that we've not had for a while, and I think it's really, it shows. I think Dylan Hare is someone that was massively underrated when we signed him, and I think he's becoming a really top D man, not only for us but around the league. I think he's got such a good head on his shoulders. We joke a lot about him, about his skating. It might not be the prettiest, but he's so smart in his head that he anticipates really well. He's really good with his stick. And yeah, like I said, I think overall the D have been honestly not the issue this year for us one bit. Really happy with the D core. The young lads are really showing themselves. And like I say, I think for me there's a lot of really good signs. And yeah, tonight we saw when we can roll form and come at them in ways that we can be a difficult team to beat.
Obviously looking ahead to next weekend, a tough trip to Peterborough. Obviously they've had a pretty solid start to the season. They've picked up an overtime win tonight against Swindon as well, ending there sort of a 100% record. And then obviously another big game at Hawaii Arena, another cup game here against Romford.
Yeah, like I say, another tough weekend. Don't get much tougher than playing in Peterborough. Just generally, it doesn't matter who you're playing, it could be anyone, but playing in Peterborough is not always the nicest. So it'll be a tough game. But after tonight, look, I think for us it's about us going forward now, and getting ourselves into a good spot where we can keep going, keep delivering the performances that I think we need to beat teams. And yeah, I've got no doubt we'll go Saturday and put up a really good fight. Like I say, last night in Swindon, been a long time since I felt like we've gone to Swindon and genuinely been in the game properly. You can get lucky and be back and forth a lot of the time, but we didn't play like that. We played properly, and yeah, I think there was a couple of extremely strange calls in the first period that for me were killers of the game, they got that wrong completely, and then it sort of changed the game a lot. But other than that, it was a good game, and two teams that were pretty evenly matched, to be honest, and we could have won it at the end. Obviously they're just doing really well right now, so yeah, we move forward this Saturday, big game, and then yeah, we come home on Sunday, and we want to keep this form going now, and keep it rolling.
Well, thank you very much. Everybody, Woody Creation sponsor head coach Matty. Davies.
Thank you.